The political landscape grew even more volatile this week as Representative Jasmine Crockett of Texas delivered a scathing critique of former President Donald Trump, now the only U.S. president ever convicted on 34 felony counts. Speaking during a CNN segment, Crockett asserted that the optics surrounding Trump's connection to newly surfaced Jeffrey Epstein-related documents don't look good at all, especially given Trump's continued efforts to block their release. While the former president and his allies have dismissed the revelations as politically motivated, Crockett argues that the pattern of behavior is impossible to ignore. The controversy intensified after reports surfaced that the White House had been pressuring Republican Representative Lauren Boebert to reverse her position on releasing the full Epstein files. Crockett questioned the motive behind such lobbying efforts, suggesting that an innocent person would have no reason to interfere with transparency. "If you truly have nothing to hide," she stated, "why twist the arms of your own party just to keep these documents sealed?" Her comments underscore a growing bipartisan frustration surrounding the secrecy that has long obscured the Epstein case and the powerful individuals tied to it. Crockett acknowledged that Trump has faced more investigations than past presidents, but she insists the scrutiny is proportional to the gravity of his actions. She emphasized that Trump's unprecedented number of criminal convictions sets him apart from any other Oval Office occupant in American history. The situation, she said, becomes even more suspicious when contrasted with Trump's earlier campaign promise to release the files, only for him and his Department of Justice to reverse course once in power. According to Crockett, internal communications show that Epstein may have held leverage over Trump, though the exact nature of that leverage remains unclear. Still, she argued that Trump's refusal to support full disclosure speaks volumes. "If these documents could clear his name," she said, "he would be the first one demanding they go public." Her stance echoes a growing public demand for accountability in cases involving human trafficking, abuse, and high-profile offenders. Crockett's comments came just hours before her fiery appearance at a House Judiciary Committee hearing, where she once again confronted Republican colleagues over their contradictory approach to protecting children. Her remarks set the stage for a larger confrontation, not only about transparency and political accountability but also about competing visions of government responsibility. But Crockett's sharper confrontation was still to come, as the committee hearing erupted into a heated showdown over government-mandated examinations of minors, revealing an even deeper rift in Congress. The tension escalated sharply during the House Judiciary Committee hearing, where Representative Jasmine Crockett introduced an amendment targeting one of the most contentious elements of the proposed legislation. Her amendment sought to remove a section requiring the Department of Health and Human Services to conduct physical examinations on unaccompanied minors aged 12 and older to check for potential gang-related markings. Crockett condemned the provision as invasive, unnecessary, and deeply inappropriate, arguing that no child, especially those already traumatized by displacement, should be subjected to government-mandated strip searches. As she addressed the committee, Crockett urged her colleagues to consider the emotional and psychological toll such procedures would inflict. She reminded them that this was not the first time certain lawmakers had pushed for similar powers. According to her, this was at least the third attempt to pass legislation authorizing intrusive examinations of minors under the guise of national security or immigration enforcement. She accused her Republican colleagues of repeatedly creating policies that place vulnerable children in humiliating and unsafe circumstances. Crockett also challenged what she viewed as hypocrisy from members who often present themselves as defenders of children's welfare. She argued that their willingness to impose these invasive procedures on immigrant or transgender youth undermines their claims of moral concern. "If these were your own children," she insisted, "you would never tolerate a complete stranger employed by the government examining their bodies for vague and non-definitive markings." Her words struck at the heart of the issue. Selective compassion, depending on which children are involved. In a sharp turn, Crockett connected this pattern of selective concern to the ongoing refusal of many Republicans to support full transparency regarding the Epstein files. She noted that lawmakers who loudly claim to protect young people from harm have been decidedly quiet about releasing documents tied to one of the most notorious cases of child exploitation in recent history. She emphasized that the push to release the Epstein material was initiated by Democrats within the Oversight Subcommittee, not Republicans. and that several GOP members only supported the effort after facing public scrutiny. Her message was clear. One cannot claim to care about the safety of children while simultaneously blocking efforts to bring justice to those harmed by Epstein and his network. Crockett dismissed attempts to portray Republicans as champions of transparency, reiterating that Democrats had spearheaded the motion and pressured the committee to act. The longer Crockett spoke, the more the room grew tense. Her forceful arguments chipped away at the image some lawmakers sought to project, triggering visible frustration across the aisle. But the confrontation was far from over, because immediately after Crockett finished, Republicans launched into a sharp rebuttal, one that escalated the hearing into a heated, deeply personal exchange that would dominate the room.